Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today's puzzle that I'm coming to you with is a little bit irregular. Well, it's just irregular. And this is Irregular by MavericksJD. This is a puzzle that was sent to me, it must have been a couple of months ago now, when I did a call out for puzzles. Maverick sent me about half a dozen puzzles, and occasionally when I'm looking for something, I go through and I go, oh, that's right, this is one of the ones that Maverick sent me, and today is one of the days I'm doing that. We're still in April. March of the Quads is still running. Yes, I'm a bit weird like that. Links to March of the Quads below. Send in codes, get your name read out at the end of the month. I have no idea if there'll be a prize. Let's just look at this puzzle, shall we? Normal Sudoku rules do not apply. And the only reason for that is normal Sudoku rules kind of do, but we don't have 3x3 boxes in this grid because this is irregular. Irregular Sudoku is in each row, we must place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. In each column, we must place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. And in each of these marked regions, we must place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. But we do not have 3x3 boxes. So in a normal Sudoku grid, you would have a 3x3 box in here and another one here. But in this grid, no 3x3 boxes. These regions are all strange shapes, and there'll be 9 of them because 9x9 grid, if you divide that into regions of size 9, there's going to be 9 of them. That's just kind of math and geometry and or whatever you want to call it. Logic on a Sudoku. Anyway, so yes, there's going to be 9 of these 9 size regions, and we have to put the digits 1 to 9 in each of them. That's it. Let's give it a shot. So, where am I looking here? I'm probably going to end up having to do Law of Leftovers at some point, and I'll explain it when I find it, but... Well, okay, I can immediately place a 4. So this region here, I can't put 4 in any of those cells because of that 4, and I can't put 4 in any of those cells because of that 4. So this right here becomes a 4. Is this symmetrical? Yes. I can't put a 1 there or there, so this becomes the 1 in that region. I have to put a 2 into one of those 2, and I have to put a 4 in one of those 2. The trick I find with irregular is knowing where to look. I find them very hard to scan. So, for example, 2 can't go in those, so it's in one of those. It would be in one of those 3, except the same 2 sees those cells and that cell. So 2 is in one of those 2 in that region, which takes up the 2 in that column. Does that help me? I don't think it does. Well, it puts 2 in one of those 3. Because 2 can't go here or here, and it can't go because of those 2 here in any of those. So 2 is in one of those 3, which takes up the 2 in that row. Now, 2 in this box is interesting. It's in one of those 3 cells. And the reason 2 can't go in these is 2 is now restricted to those cells in these rows. This is sort of an X-wing in 2s. If I was to put 2 here, for example, then because in this region 2 has to be in these 2 cells, and in this region it has to be in these 2 cells, it would knock it out of those 2, and I'd have to place 2s in both of those, which would mean 2 2s in the row. So that would not work if I was to put a 2 anywhere else in these rows. But, so here or here. But I don't know that that is helping me. Maybe it is. I'm trying to see what the 2 placement is. 2 goes in those. 2. They're the places for 2s. Hang on, does that mean... Yes, it does. That right there is a 2. No, I haven't placed a 2 over here. That is not a 2, because 2 can still go over there. I still got to place the 2 in that region. I missed one. So 2 is in those spots. I'm just highlighting this so I can do some marking. 2 is not there. So in this region, 2 is down here. This is almost certainly not the most efficient way to do this, but that's okay. Sorry, just got a message from my parents, and I just needed to check that they didn't need anything desperately. No, maybe I am missing something there, but I'm going to look elsewhere. Wow, I'm really not sure where I'm looking here. 8 is in one of those two for the same reason 2 is in one of those two. And I was about to say, I don't have the same power on 8s as I do on 2, because I've got these 2s, which gave me the restriction on 2, but I kind of do, because 8 is already in this region, so where do I put 8 in row 9? The only place I can put it is there, which has left me with a quad here. And you know me, I'm always willing to mark quads. So that's 3, 6, 7, and 9. That can't be 3 or 6. They can't be 7. That was not as helpful as I might have thought. Now, does 8 go any further is the question, because 8, 8... I need to put 8 in here somewhere, but that's a lot of options. 8 also goes in here somewhere, but that's a lot of options. 8 does seem to be running dry. Means 8 is in one of those 3. That's a 1. Because this one sees all of those, and that one sees all of those, and that's already a 6. So that's a 1. So let's keep looking at 1s for a bit. Okay, so let's start highlighting some 1 positions. So they can be 1s. That's a 1. 1 can't be in those because of that one, and 1 can't be in those because of that one. So this here becomes a 1, which makes that a 2, which means that's the 2. That resolves that X-wing in 2s. That's kind of cool. I don't think I continue with 2s after that from my marking, although I hadn't marked... Two is now down to those still. But 1s. So 1 needs to go in this row without going there, there, or there. So 1 is kind of the opposite of 2s at this point. That is not a 1. So 1 is in those two positions in that region, those two positions in that region, and those 3 positions in that region. Okay. Of course, that 9 is now looking across, making that a 9. I should have looked at that when I looked at the 8. I actually should be paying attention to these regions. These regions are very pressured, but I need to get more in. Like, there is a 3 in here, which means that's not a 3. These are not 3, so 3 goes into one of those two. And again, 3 can't go here, so it has to go into here, which knocks 3 out of there, and the 3 is also knocking out of both of those two. So I can place 3 into one of those two. But I'm not sure that's helping me. This here is also a quadruple, which is 3, 5, 6, and 7. So this is a 6 or a 7. I'm not great at irregular. I need to practice them more. 6, 7, 8, 9 go into those. So this is a 6, 7. So 8 is in one of those two, and I can't see which at this point. 8 is... I used to do a few irregulars, and I've stopped, which is why when I saw I had one on my list, I wanted to drag it out. There's no 9 here because of that 9. I can take 9 out of those. This is a 3-6 pair. This is not 3 or 6. I've now got a 7-9 pair. So that 3-6 pair, what does that do for me? Well, it means that these are now 1, 2, 4, and 8. So that's 1, 4, and 8. That's 2, 4, and 8. It's 2, 4, and 8. No, 2 and 8. So I keep looking at 1 and 4. I need to put a 4 into this region. That's a 4-8 pair. Because, yeah, always pay attention to... This is why I find irregular so tricky. Is like I put a 4 here, which of course knocks 4 out of those, which makes that a 4-8 pair, but I didn't see it. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 4 are not in there, but I've already got 1, 2, and 4 in here. That's a 4-8 pair. So this is now a quadruple, which is 2, 3, 6, and 9. So that's 3, 6, or 9. That's 3, 6, or 9. That's 2, 3, or 9, because it sees a 6. And that's 2, 3, 6. I feel there's got to be something weird happening with this. So the 1s can go here. 2s are limited to here. 3s can't go there. Because there's not a lot seeing up and down into it. 4 can't go in those. 5 is already in it. 6 can't go in those. I may have misread this one a lot. 7 can't go in those. Yeah, it looks like I'm completely misread this one so far. Hang on, this is now a quad. Because these have to be the 4 digits that aren't in those 5. So this is 2, 3, 5, and 9. So these are 2, 3, 5, and 9. That's not a 2. So if these are 2, 3, 5, and 9, I can take 5 out of there. But that means this is a 7 and this is a 9 because this is a quad. So if that's a 7, that's a 9. So this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is a 6. So we've now got the 6 in here. Oh, I don't know what that is yet. How do I figure out? 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5. It could be 6. It could be 7. It could be 9. I've missed something, I'm sure. What's this quad? 1, 2, 4, and 8. Well, that's not 2. That's not 1. Hmm. It's always tricky with these to know because I've spent a long time sort of honing my trying to scan my 3x3s, and everyone who's watched this channel knows that I'm also quite bad at that. Um, so what digits haven't? This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 go in here. But that's So one trick you can often get with irregular is like, for example, these threes. 3 is in these two positions. So this cell could never be a 3. But that's not limiting much. It means 3 is in one of those positions in this region. But I've only got 1 3 in the grid, so I'm not sure how that's helping me. I'm trying to look for other situations where I've got pointing stuff like that, and I'm not seeing it. Or everywhere I am seeing it, it's like, these 5s, it's like that's already in the same region as a 5, so it's not helping. So I've got, 4, 8, and 9 are the digits I haven't already placed. Whatever that is that digit, because the rest will fill up the row. So that and that are going to be the same. So if I mark them, what can't they be? Well, they can't be 1, they can't be 2, they can't be 3, they can't be 4. They can be 5, they can be 6, they can be 7, they can't be 8, they can't be 9. Now, is there any of those I can eliminate? I don't think so. They can't be 5 because they see that 5. So this is a 6-7 pair in this region. So, but the fact that they have to be the same means that I could use some eliminations that doesn't see, but that one does, and gets me down to 6-7, and that is a 6-7 pair. That is not a 6. Which means this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, and 9 go in there. That one's not a 3. Can I do something similar? Like that and that are the same digit. So this is 3, 8, or 9, and it can't be... Hang on, that's correct, right? Because these two digits are those two digits because of the way the regions work. Now, these are all the same. If I don't put those there, where am I going to put them? So this now has to be 3, 8, or 9, and it can't be 8 or 9. Those two digits right there are 3s. That's a 9. That's an 8. It takes 8 out of there. Takes 9 out of there. Takes 9 out of there. That was a little tricky to see, but I quite like that. That was very cool logic. I wonder if I can do something similar over here. Yes, and it's been staring me in the face for ages. Those two digits are those two digits, so that's a 4-7 pair, which means there's no 7 in there, and both of those digits become 6. There is no 6 or 7 in there. That 6 makes that a 3, which makes that a 6. This has been staring at me for ages, and I missed it. Sorry, everyone. So this is now 5 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, this is now 5 or 9. I'm going to uncolor those. This is now a 3, which makes that a 2, and that a 6, which makes that a 7, which takes 7 out of those. This 6 makes this the 8, and this the 6. These are the things that have broken this open by the feel of it. Of course, that needs to continue. This is 7 to complete that region. This column now is just missing, from the look of it, a 5. So this is a triple, which is 1, 2, and 3. Now I can remove 2 from those. So this is 3, 5, 9. This center region is holding on for everything it's worth, isn't it? So I'm looking for more of these leftover bits. 5, 7, 8, 9 go in here. That one can't be 8. So 8 is in one of those two. This digit and this digit are the same. So this is 5 or 9. So this is the same as this. So these will be different. So these are, oh, and actually they're 5s. So this is a 5. This is a 9. That takes 5 out of all of those. This is a 7, 8, 9. So this becomes the 5. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. There's no 4 there. There's no 5 there. This is a triple. I'm actually going to put this triple in. 6, 7, and 8. There's no 6 there. Oops, no 6 there. There's no 7 there. Ooh, this is... This is actually hard to scan, at least for me. I am going to put this quad in at this point and look for pairs. 1, 2, 4, and 9. So that's not 2, 9. Yeah, this is not helping me much, is it? That's not 4 or 2. That's not 1 or 4 because of the 4s here. I've got to put a 3 in one of those two, I think. Ugh. How have I got so much information and I'm still being completely and utterly oblivious to what to do? People who've met me will know the answer to that question. Because all of these are now basically down to row. The only weird cage left is that one. So what can I do with that? So there's got to be something happening with this cage where, like, one's still limited to there, twos are still limited to there, 3 now, 4 can't go there, but still wide open. 5 is not in it. 6 can't go there, 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 there. 6 can only go there. That is a 6. That is incredible. Anyway, so that's 8. That's 7. That 8 makes that 2, which makes that 9, which makes that 1. Takes 1 and 9 out of there, but that makes that 4, which makes that 2, which makes that 4, which takes 2, 4, and 1 out of there. That becomes 8. That takes 2 out of there. I've now got a 1, 3 pair, which makes that 2. 4 comes out of there. I've got a 5, 7 pair. This becomes 4. Now it's a question of where do I look? So what's this pair? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 6. This 6 here makes this 3 and this 6. That's not... This is not a 4 anymore. That's a 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, which is resolved by the 5 in the dead center of the grid. This is 4, this is 8, this is 7, this is 4. This is now the only digit left in the row, which looks like it has to be a 7. This middle cage is now only missing 2 digits, 3 and 9. Okay. So, what? This one is making this a 3, which is making this a 1. The 3 is looking up, making that a 9, making that a 3. This is not a 3. This is not a 3, so this is the 3. There's a 7, 8 in here now, so that's the 9. That's the 7, that's the 8, that's the 5, that's the 7. The 5 looks down, making that the 9. I put in a 5, and that is Irregular by MavericksJD. That was a lot of fun. Had to really pull out my scanning chops on that one. Couldn't get distracted by non-Sudoku rules and the variant stuff because there wasn't any. Yeah, cool fun. Thanks, Mavericks. And thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully I'll have some information about the puzzle pack for this month soon. I need a couple of people I've got to work with and everything to get it all out. Just waiting for a bit more information, and yeah, then I'll hopefully have some information for you. till I get it, I can't give it to you. It's just the way, time works. Thanks everyone for watching, and of course, good luck with your solving.